Good morning, good afternoon. Which one is it? The show starts at 12. Should I be saying good afternoon or should I be saying good morning to all the paper chasers out there? This is Brandon Marshall. I got my boy B Flow here. Had so many battles in the NFL, and now we're battling it out right here at this desk on Paper Route. SiriusXM, Faction Talk, Channel 103. We got Andrew Woo, super producer, and also BC in the booth. Fellas, how are we doing? What's the word? What's going on, B-Flow?
I was waiting for you to start the show off with the hear he. I was waiting for it. You let me down on that one, man.
I didn't do that. I haven't done that in a couple of months.
I know. I thought you were going to definitely take off with it.
Everybody say it's wrong. Hear he. It's hear ye. Hear ye.
I think it's ye.
It's definitely 100% ye.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hear he.
You're still saying it wrong.
We got big news of the day. A lot to talk about. Andrew, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excellent.
Sure.
I mean, hey, hold on. Let me
Why
show
though?
how good I am.
Why?
We got that 1 or 2. I was calling it. 1 or 2
get
W's.
up out of there.
Hold on. Yeah, that's another conversation. But they may be worse than the Cowboys fans, bro. Like y'all won. How many games y'all win this year? Y'all win the last game of the season. Now you want to wear a jersey? Should we be wearing a jersey? Should we be putting that up? Should we be folding that up for next season?
No, we wearing jerseys.
Y'all left on a positive
Once a
note,
giant,
right?
always a
with his
giant.
jersey.
I hear that.
That's what it literally says in the tag.
Well, you know I played for the Giants. That's like the thing.
Yeah.
Like I can literally walk back to the facility and let me in. They like treat everybody good. They always say that. Once a Giant's always a Giant.
I love that term.
Yeah.
Man, Giant. Hey, BC, you got anything you want to say on this before
Nothing.
they take over?
Nothing.
Let's go Giants. That's
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go Giants. All right, guys. Let's start with the national champs. We got Jim Harbaugh. That's how you say it, right? Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, my goodness.
And Michigan beat up Washington to win their first title in nearly 30 years. So let's get into the angles, starting with Harbaugh. Now that he won a championship, should he leave for the NFL? And if so, which team is the best fit, guys?
I'm gonna let Brandon start this off. You listen, y'all know I'm real. I'm always honest. I don't watch college football. I literally watched probably one quarter last night and turned it off. So I'm gonna give the floor to you and then I'll respond.
Now, this 100% should be his last game. Once you win a natty like he did, and you know his heart in the NFL, he already been in the NFL, it's nothing else to do. Like, you're not going to catch Saban and be one of the greatest ever. You know, it's nothing to really stay in college for it. On top of that, like the NCAA coming down on his head about all these allegations, this, that, like just get out. Like just go run so it can just end, because if you come back next year, you're going to have to worry about, even in the national championship, like the way y'all won, where y'all, like, you know, you always go have that kind of cloud over your head. So being that it will be some attractive NFL offers open, I think you should definitely 100% go to the NFL. And the most attractive, since you asked where should he go, to me is, in a perfect world, Dallas lose first round.
Mm-hmm.
For
Harbaugh, the perfect
for
world for
Harbaugh. Dallas lose first round to Green Bay. And Jerry Jones sitting out there like, McCarthy, I appreciate you. You do your thing, but I need to win a Super Bowl. Like, your stigma has been not winning in the playoffs. You always won in the regular season. When you was in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers won in the regular season.
11-win season, back-to-back.
You've done that. Like, we've seen this show before. So he'll make that move and go at Jim Harbaugh. They already got the squad. He'll elevate Dak even more than McCarthy did.
Why is that more attractive to you for him than the Chargers?
Because I trust the organization in Dallas more. Like, Jerry go do everything he can to keep the pieces, the staff, everybody together. Like, the Chargers, like, you just walking in, it's like a turnkey. Like, They don't need anything. You don't need to fix the roster up. You don't have to worry about this guy, that guy, this guy getting old. None of that. Like, You don't have to worry about who your D coordinator go be coming in. It's like, when you go to the Chargers, who your DC go be? Who's your GM go be? The GM go let you do your thing? If I'm going to Dallas, I'm telling Jerry, if I come, I got to have a say-so. I know you run the show, but when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, let me have my say-so. And with Jerry always talking about he don't know how many years he have left, he'll 100% do that.
Jerry, y'all know what I say. Let that man 150. That man won the Super Bowl right now.
Jerry say, I don't know
Just
how many
had a
I got
birthday.
left.
Right.
He said he'll write a blank check to anybody who can win him a Super Bowl. Just one more Super Bowl.
He said that?
Yeah.
Listen, I think the Cowboys. I know we talking about Harbaugh, and we still got the national title game to talk about as well. See, I don't even watch college football. I don't even know how to say it. Is it national title game? What is it?
Well, how do you
say
want to
it?
call it? Just say national.
The national championship.
I've been hearing natty a lot.
Oh, how y'all watch
The
college
natty.
football? But anyways, I think the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones' best opportunity to win is through keeping his head coach, no matter what. I think he did a hell of a job this year. Like, I was a guy that was beating him up because of what you said. Like, bro, y'all underachieved in Appleton, Wisconsin with Aaron Rodgers. How y'all get one Super Bowl out of this man? This is probably the greatest thrower of the football. One of the best guys we've ever seen at that position. One Super Bowl? Are you kidding me? So him transitioning to Dallas, he spent the whole year, offseason, in his barn in Appleton, Wisconsin, watching all the new school offensive minds and old school, looking at what he was doing, going back 10 years and dissecting that. And then he comes out with this vanilla offense the first year in Dallas, right? Now he takes over the reins, and bro, like, not only like the creativity and the efficiency of the offense, but also situational football. Like, he's done a great job of navigating the Dallas Cowboys through this last year. And for that reason, I think he deserves not only to get his job back, to keep his job if they lose in the first round, but I think it's the best. I think it's the best decision that Jerry will make at that position.
Even if they lose, you say he will be the best fit.
Yeah, bro.
Even though that has been his because. It's
Well,
not
let me
even,
say it like
it's
this:
not even,
it's how they lose. If they go out there and they lay an egg and they lose by 20 or something like that.
with that squad, you
Now
shouldn't
we
be
can
losing.
talk about it, but we're talking about most of these games is going to be determined by 2 or 3 points. So if that's the case, if it's a really good ball game, it goes down to the wire. Dak Prescott has the ball in his hands with 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. They get to the fringe area. They get to the red zone. They got to score. He don't score. You fire Coach McCarthy?
You talking about a Super Bowl contender losing to Jordan Love at home?
Bruh.
This
Wait,
ain't. This not
I
a
forgot about that.
49ers
They are
coming
playing.
in. Like,
They are playing.
Jordan Love is at
that's
home.
what I'm
They
saying.
are
And it
playing
ain't.
against Green Bay.
It ain't always about McCarthy play calling either. It's about his decision making. Like, look at the last game that they played in the regular season against Detroit, when you just need to run the ball to just waste the clock, run the clock out, and he throwing the ball on second down, giving Detroit time to come down. Like, that's what he does. Like, I don't want him running my show. Like, no, if you can get Jim Harbaugh, it's not a lot of head coaches that I would take above him right now, but Jim Harbaugh is that one.
Right.
It would be no other coach but Jim Harbaugh, and if it's him, I got to make the move.
Yo, so can we talk about the game? You
Let's
watched
go.
the game?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Bro,
a college head.
I turned on the game and I just couldn't get into it.
Which quarter did you watch?
Second quarter.
Okay.
Second quarter.
College football is way liver than the NFL.
Was
Wait,
that game
yeah.
live? Because that game wasn't live to me. You hyped up this quarterback, Michael Penix
I
Jr.
did.
Did I say
It's
his
not
name
hype.
right?
It's-
You hyped him up.
You did.
It's not
They're
hype.
down by
He's
a
a good
score.
player.
It's
All right.
6-13 or whatever the score was in the second quarter, right? He couldn't just get his offense rolling. Now, I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know what happened in the third and the fourth because I didn't watch it. I told y'all this all year. I don't watch college football. Brandon Flowers is the guy. You want to get information? Talk to Brandon. Deion Sanders, we talked about this. Deion Sanders, primetime, tricked us. He had me watching college football this year.
Yeah, he did.
Like, I'm pulling a whip over, going over to the Jamaican spot. Like, y'all got the game on. Those are the only games I watched this year. But I tried to watch yesterday, and I was disappointed in the quarter that I saw from this quarterback. He looked a little nervous just in that quarter.
He did. Listen, he let me down. This game was weird, though, right? Jim Harbaugh was going jumbo package in the first quarter, running the ball every play. It was like a weird game. It's like, what am I watching right now? It was smart because they won the game, and they kind of like established their identity early as the most physical team on the field last night. But it was weird. I never seen Michael Penix look like that. It's almost like if you never watched Patrick Mahomes before.
Yeah.
And you just so happened went over a friend's house and they had on the Super Bowl when they played Brady, when he was running for his life, when they played Tampa in Tampa. Like, he didn't look like the same Patrick Mahomes where he was running for his life, throwing the ball everywhere, having errant throws. I never seen Michael Penix Jr. inaccurate. He was inaccurate last night.
Yeah.
I never seen him get blitzed and rushed the way he did. He almost looked like he didn't want to get hit, like he was scared of the rush. I'd never seen that in my life before.
Maybe you think he was thinking about his the big bag. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. My senior year, bro, those last couple games, all I kept thinking about, don't get hurt, don't get hurt. And you saw, like, now it's more prominent today where guys are opting out of their bowl games. Maybe that was in his head.
Yeah.
Do you think his draft stock? Do you think his draft stock was hurt last night?
Yeah, it definitely was, because he was up there with Caleb, just neck and neck to me. Right. They kept saying he climbing up the charts, this and that. But the way he looked, I'll see if they just lost and he made good throws and they just got beat. But I'm telling you, guys was wide open. He was inaccurate. And I thought he was the most accurate quarterback in the draft this year. So I definitely think they're going to take another look at his game, study it inside out, and say, yo, we really need to analyze it. Because he's been banged up, too, his whole career. So it definitely dropped. But everything happened for a reason. He'll go to a contender and be fine.
I didn't watch most of the like second and third, but I did catch most of the fourth. What was it? He kept grabbing onto his waistline.
Yeah, he kept grabbing like his ribs or something like that. Even after the game, he was just walking like, I don't know, like he had a cracked rib or something, and he was trying to tough it out.
Oh, yeah, I got the picture. Look at BC in the booth. See, that's why BC's a super producer. Where you get that from, bro?
He was grimacing all game. And the thing I ain't like about Washington head coach, what he did was Johnson, their running back, right? He got hurt last game. And they didn't think he was going to be able to play. And he was out there just limping on one leg. Like, he gave them no kind of rushing offense or rushing attack at all. And Washington, even though Michael Penix is the guy, they're a balanced offense, right? So they had 32 rushing yards at the half. Like, that's not them. They're usually 200 and 200 at the half. Yeah. So I think it was just weird for Washington, weird for Michael Penix. I'm not chalking it up. I still think he's the best quarterback in the draft. But if you just went off my take and watched last night's game, that's it. You like,
you lost credibility last night, bro.
Lost a lot of
credibility last night, bro.
This ain't it.
So a lot of people brought up the fact that Harbaugh was suspended this year for the sign stealing controversy at Michigan. I wanted to ask you guys, does that taint this title in any way?
No.
Nah.
No?
Not in my, like, they had an identity all year. Like, if they had those allegations at the beginning of the year, they had to stop it because they definitely didn't want to get caught while he was going through it. And this team, the way they looked last night, that's how they looked all season. And that goes to how Harbaugh built this team. Like, they built them tough. Like, they could go through any kind of circumstance, anything that come, they like, yo, we don't see it. He made 4 different head coaches head coach. Like, Mike Hart, the running back, the offensive coordinator. He gave everybody a chance to have that head coach title under their name. It's just like the culture he built there. Like, nah, you can't take that away.
Yeah, I saw a stat, something like he didn't make 6 playoffs or championship games for like 6 years or something like that.
He was going to be man, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been surprised. It wouldn't have been a big deal if you saw them part ways.
Yeah.
Like, this is why this is a big deal. I mean, this is one of those like, this is, like, you're talking about Michigan, bro. Like, growing up, I don't know if it was for you. I mean, we didn't, down in Florida, we didn't think about going to Michigan, but we knew Michigan was a powerhouse. The Michigans, the Florida States, the Floridas, the USCs of the world, right? The Georgias. So to see them back in this position is great for college football, but it's going to be interesting to see if they could become the next Georgia, right? Like what they did there, you know, they dominated for a couple years. And then before Georgia was who? You had Alabama. And you sprinkle in Clemson here and there. You know, they had LSU, Clemson. There's a few teams that will come in and have a year or two, but I'm saying all that because I feel like with Neil, name, image, likeness, that every year you could potentially get a top dog, like a different one. I don't think that the Alabama's dominating year after year after year. I think those days are gone because of Neil. That's right. Like, we saw Texas back in it. Washington, every 10 years it seemed like Washington have a great year. For that reason, to answer your question, I think that Harbaugh should go. Harbaugh should go. Like, you know, I love what you said, B, the allegations. You know, I think everybody's cheating in sports, especially in college football. There's so many things happening under the table. Look, you got this university back at the top, move on, and go dominate in the NFL. I think he's probably more comfortable in the NFL. Like, he's an NFL coach to me. But for some reason, he went there and did a great job and turned this college back around.
Determined.
Wherever he go, he win. When he was at Stanford, he won.
That's right.
Like,
Stanford.
when he got to the 49ers, they was average, like 8-8. He played, like, 3 Super Bowls or something? Might have won just one. But still, Like, that's what he does. He goes and elevate every team. So that's what I'm saying. If Jerry Jones got a shot to get him, how close of a team they have to being a contender, like, nah, you got to go.
Let me ask you this question before we move on, because I'm looking here at the landscape of the NFL. All right, we know we had Black Monday yesterday. There wasn't a lot of firings.
Didn't seem like it.
What was it? We had two people
Arthur
fired.
Blank and somebody else. Let me double check.
It might have been only 2.
It was
Rivera.
it was only
Ron
2.
Rivera. I think it was only those 2.
So there'll probably be a few more names trickling in. Maybe not. Like, this may be one of those
It's
modest.
not a lot of coaches that's available either, in my eye, who you feel like, yo, we want to zero down on this guy.
I sent to Brian. Brian, can you resend me what I sent you over the weekend? Some of the top coordinators, like from a defensive coordinator standpoint, you have our guy, what was his name? That used to be the head coach for the Miami Dolphins. Now he's the defensive coordinator. Brian Flores, defensive coordinator. Aaron Glenn for the Detroit Lions. Like, if you want to go defense, there's some really hot names and also some really hot minority names. Offensively, I think that's where most owners and general managers want to go because of how the game is played now. But really quickly, before we move on, can you see a team that has their guy at head coach B? Can you see a team that says, yo, should we ditch this guy and go get Harbaugh? The Buffalo Bills, could they do it? Bro, their person.
It depends. It depends on how their season go. I honestly think Buffalo going all the way.
Oh my goodness!
I'm a Josh Allen. Y'all always doing
goodness.
this. I'm a Josh Allen fan. Like, they go run Pittsburgh out of there, and then they go to Baltimore.
Next year, he's going to be saying he buying a
And then
house
that's
in Buffalo.
The
hottest city.
I'm telling you. Yeah, and I'm going to move there.
You going to move there.
The hottest city.
Hottest city.
But if Buffalo at least makes the AFC Championship, they not getting rid of their coach. They can't. Because Joe Brady does a great job with Josh Allen right now that he took over the reins. So you're not really worried about play calling. Their head coach is a defensive guy. Their defense has been stepping up. They had a lot of injuries on defense, and they starting to pick it up and play well. So, I don't know. If you Buffalo and you lose at home against Pittsburgh, yeah, maybe. But, nah, if you go to the AFC Championship like I expect them to, you got to keep them.
Okay, let me throw another team out there.
By the way, before you throw that out, I just want to say Brian just called the AFC Championship Buffalo versus Baltimore.
Yeah.
Nah, they can't because Buffalo – wouldn't they have to play Baltimore second? Like,
I'm a slow blinker. That's
in the
too much
divisional-
information
Yeah,
for me.
that
Don't
might
ask
be
me.
a little
Don't
bit too
ask
far
me.
down the line.
Talking about.
I'm thinking that
I
they
don't
might have
know.
to play in the second round of the playoffs in the divisional round, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hoping they do, so we can just get straight to it. I don't want to.
I mean, so we have Atlanta, Washington. Those are interesting destinations. What's going to happen in New England?
Close. He's not signing anywhere. I don't even see him going for a bag.
You don't see him going for a bag?
Nah. Even if he get a
gonna get
Gruden
paid.
contract, he's not going to, like, let's just say Carolina for that $100 million. Like, he's not doing it.
All right. He did say Baltimore is 1, Buffalo is the number 2 seed, so they can't play until
Buffalo is the 2 seed.
Yeah, so they can't play until the AFC
They
title.
are? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get it then. Let's get it.
So hold on, that's gonna be Lamar versus Josh.
Hold on. Baltimore. This is what baffles me when we talk about the Baltimore Ravens, bro. Where you from?
I'm from Florida.
No, what part of Florida though?
Delray.
How far is Pompano from Delray?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Lamar Jackson's from Pompano.
That should be home
He
team.
grew up watching you. You when you was up there, you looking down watching Lamar Jackson. You know who Lamar Jackson is. We're about to have it within
That's
6
my
years.
guy.
6 years. 2 MVPs. He's from your backyard.
I know. I love him. He
They
went to
go
my
out
rival
there.
high
They blow
school.
out the Miami
Hey.
Dolphins. They blow out the San Francisco 49ers.
Sometime it be your
And
own
then you're
people.
going to pick the Buffalo Bills to beat them?
I mean, do you want me to be biased?
I don't
Or
want you to
just-
be biased, but is this like because you really like Josh Allen?
Nah,
or is
I
it
love
because
Josh Allen.
or this is real football talk right now? What is this?
This is just it's both. I love Josh Allen, and this is football talk. Like, I would love for Lamar to get a ring this year because I want him to shut up everybody that
but you want
criticized
to put
him
out
saying,
bad. But you want to put out bad energy around him.
Oh,
though.
I'm just putting
Talk about
out
you
honest
love.
energy where I'm not gonna miss. and I'm just stating the facts, and I'm gonna tell you I told you so. I mean, however you want to look at it.
Hey, B, what you know about Fireball, California? Fireball.
Fireball, that's the thing.
That's the name of it, yeah. You know?
Fireball.
Small town in the middle of nowhere.
Small town in the middle of
That's
nowhere.
where Josh Allen's from.
Yeah, it's super small. Central Valley.
Wow.
And you don't think that guy go win his ring? This year?
Small,
on, man.
small town
From
ball, man.
Fireball?
Fireball. Yeah, right? Fireball.
I'm placing my bet today.
You're paying.
All right, guys, let's move forward with our favorite game. What's the word? We are going to fill in the blank with the best word to complete the sentence. Let's start with Aaron Rodgers, who said yesterday that the team needs to dump the bullshit to win in 2024. Robert Saleh said he doesn't expect major changes on the coaching staff. So what's the word? Rodgers should feel blank about the Jets next season.
Listen, I want to say good. I actually want to say great. But I think that Aaron Rodgers should feel, what's the word that I'm looking for? I know this is the game, but it's like nervous. He should feel nervous. Aaron Rodgers is about to turn 41 years of age. He's coming off of Achilles. As we know, like you came into the situation knowing that you had these group of guys for this year. Some of these guys aren't going to be there. So, you know, it's not going to change drastically, but it's definitely going to change. You got to look at their salary cap. They do have room to go out there to get a Devontae Adams. A lot of people talking now. You got Garrett Wilson. He changed his number from 17 to 5, thinking that, and everybody's thinking that he's making room for Devontae Adams to come, and then he has his number waiting right there for him. So they do have some capital to play with to make the roster better. But if I'm Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to be overcome by the pressure, but you're feeling the pressure because you're coming off this major injury. You're 41, and you need to deliver. You need to deliver. So I'm not feeling great like I did coming into this past season. So I'm going to say nervous. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets should feel nervous going into 24-25 season.
My word I'm going to go with is optimistic. He doesn't – I see what you're saying, where he feel nervous, and you can see the frustration on the sideline at times, you know, when he be like, what are we doing? But at the same time, I know it's killing him because the Jets was in so many games this year, and he was like, yo, if I was on the field, like, you got to make this read. You got to make that read. Like, come on, his head, you know how it is when you're on the sideline. Like, you're analyzing the game from a whole different perspective. And I think he's confident in knowing that this staff is going to work with him. They go come to him and say, yo, who should we go with the number 10 pick? Like, you want an O-lineman or you want a receiver?
Right.
Like, or a tight end. Like, you let us know what you want to go with. Because we go try to basically build this team around you because we want you to feel comfortable. We don't want you to feel like this is Green Bay or whatever move we're making. We're going to run it by you and see.
He said that yesterday or 2 days ago that, you know, the Jets, they want him in personnel decision-making, the decision-making process. So Aaron Rodgers would definitely be a part of that, and it's smart. It definitely is.
Should have been like that.
100%.
Like in Kansas City, I was in year 2, and I'm not a quarterback. And before we drafted Eric Berry, they asked me, what should we do, and where should we place him if we did draft him, and this and that. It's no way that Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have been part of this. Right. So I think he feels optimistic. He got his coordinator. He got everybody in the building that he pretty much wants. The dead weight that he's talking about, they need to get rid of. I don't know who he's talking about, but if he want them out of there, I guarantee you they won't be there too much longer.
Dead weight.
And before we move on, I did do a little research here to see like how close were some of those games. They out of their 7 wins, their 10 losses, 4 of them was within 1 score. Yeah. So, you know, there is a couple I could see him on the sideline like, man, I would have, you know, did something a little different on the game. And
it was disappointing. It was disappointing. It would have been a great story for football. It would have been a great story for all of us. You know, Aaron Rodgers goes down on the first or second play of the opening game of the year. And then he goes out there, has this, you know, next level futuristic surgery. says he's going to come back by the end of the year. So I believe I was confident that Aaron Rodgers was going to be in position. There was no doubt in my mind that Aaron Rodgers would be out there come December, January, end of December, January, if the team was still in it.
If they were still
so
in
to
it,
see Zach Wilson and those guys go out there and just not get it done was disappointing because it would have been a great story.
Imagine if they were 11-6 right now.
Yeah.
One score games. Let's move on though. So let's stay in New York. Yesterday we talked about the Giants, current QB issues. Danny Dimes is rehabbing from a torn ACL. Tommy DeVito had his moment, but it appears Tyrod Taylor has taken the job from him. New York also owns the 6th overall pick in the draft. So what's the word? The answer for the Giants' QB problem is?
There's a few answers here. I think the Giants are right where they need to be. Dayball, you had a couple coaches. Wink Martindale, defensive coordinator, he retired yesterday. They fired a few coaches, so they need to stabilize what they're doing and build that continuity with the coaching staff, and that trickles down to everything else. But from a player's perspective, even from a division standpoint, I think if they get this decision right and they go out there and have a phenomenal free agency and draft, and they don't even have to have a phenomenal free agency and draft. They just have to hit on guys that can come in and contribute. They need one difference maker, and I believe at the wide receiver position, and they'll be right where they need to be. So for me, it's a couple, and that's Russell Wilson, right? The answer for the Giants quarterback problem is Russell Wilson. The answer for the Giants quarterback problem is what's the guy's name in Minnesota?
Josh Dobbs?
No,
Kirk Cousins.
Cousins. The answer.
You only can give one,
The
bro.
answer for the Giants
Like,
quarterback
it's all
problem is
two words.
Justin
Everything is two
Fields.
words.
What about Justin Fields? But I'm
I
saying,
just want you to pick one.
Basic,
'Cause you taking everybody else.
a veteran
right
quarterback. All right, my bad.
Like you named 7, and it's only 5 of them that can possibly go. You just taking everybody. Like
Whoever's free. Anybody but Daniel
some
Jones.
repetitive
Basically what I was trying to say is go get a veteran quarterback, right? Don't go in the
So
draft.
then Justin Fields.
Well,
Probably
I
Russell
would
Wilson,
consider
Kirk Cousins.
he would be considered a vet now.
Okay.
What's your answer, B? Hopefully I didn't take it.
Yeah, you definitely 100% took mine. I'm sorry, it's gonna be repetitive, but I go Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. He named 7, but I like Tyrod Taylor, but for some reason he's always slept on. And once you get that stigma in the NFL, they love to keep it on you. I think he'll be great for the Giants. The way the team rally around him, he's mobile. Like he just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But they'll keep him as a valuable backup. And if Kirk Cousins can come in the way he led his team in Minnesota, even when he was in Washington, like he played solid. Like you're going to get solid play out of Kirk Cousins at the end of the day. And I think that's what New York is looking for. They don't want a guy that they're wondering. Like with Danny Dimes, you wonder what kind of game he going to have this game.
Right.
They tired of wondering. So they go try to get a guy where I feel like they should get a guy that's consistent like Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Man, there's some teams that got to make some big decisions. Denver Broncos with their quarterback, Russell Wilson, and they're going to have to eat $85 million or something like that. Russell Wilson's going to walk away with $142 million earned in 2 years, pretty much.
I love it.
And then also, like what you said, is Danny Dimes. Like, what's going to happen with Danny Dimes? He literally just re-upped, literally, and now you got to eat that. Is that a pause, BC?
Yeah, that's a pause.
Is that a pause?
Hey,
You got to eat that. Like, no, seriously though.
He said it's on the gray line. It's
That's
right
what
on the line. It's right on the pause line.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Well, guys, we'll get back to what's the word. We actually have a guest here, ready to go. It's time for
Yo, rookie. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's time for Yo Rookie, led by the culture. This is one of my favorite segments because you get to know the next superstars. Who are we going to be talking about? We just finished up talking about Kirk Cousins. We just finished up talking about Danny Dimes. Is there a quarterback out there in this rookie class that could potentially be one of the faces? Is there a running back out there? Is there a wide receiver? So Yo Rookie gives us an opportunity every single week to sit down with some of the best, but they're still rookies, so they got to sit with us and answer the question. Yo, Rookie, presented by Pepsi Zero Sugar. This is NFL Rookie of the Week. And now we have a dog. But before we introduce who we have, I want to say congratulations to Ravens wide receiver who we sat down with on this show in this segment, Zay Flowers, who was the Rookie of the Week in Week 17.
Let's go.
He had 3 catches, 100 yards. He's also a South Florida guy. He's also for the Baltimore Ravens, but we're not going to talk about that. Beef Flow, because Beef Flow has the Buffalo Bills to win it all. So here we go right here. So let's take a look at the nominees for Week 18, our final Rookie of the Week this season. You got Texas. Down in Texas, the Texans quarterback, C.J. Stroud, he makes the list again. He's a regular. He walks in, and everybody knows what he wants to drink. Everybody knows what he wants to eat. He's just a regular. If it wasn't for him going down with that concussion, I would say he may be the second person all time to win Rookie of the Year and MVP, maybe even the first. Let's fact check that. Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell. Listen, since he's taken over, I feel like he's probably missed this board maybe one time. Is this the guy? Like, that's the question we got to ask. He played well again to finish out the season, Week 18 win, 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. Falcons, we got to give him some type of award. He's been on the list every single week. Has he not? Bijan Robinson, 7 catches, 130 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. Titans back. Tyjae Spears had 3 catches, 66 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns. Huge game. Packers wide receiver, Mr. Wicks, had 6 catches, 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Bengals safety, Jordan Battle, had 3 tackles and a sack and a pick, and the Bengals win. That's a big L. I can't curse in this segment. That's a big game. That's a big game. Now joining us, the man himself, Bengals safety, Jordan Battle. Thanks for being with us, brother. How are you doing? And where are you at? Because y'all didn't make the playoffs. Are you still in Cincy? Are you packed up? Or are you home? Where are you at? What's going on?
Right now, I'm still in Cincy. I'm actually in my little game room in the apartment, so I'm still here right now. I'm probably gonna take off soon though.
Hey, watch this. Hey, B, he's still a rookie.
Yeah,
B, tell
I would
him.
have been in Hawaii already right now.
Right.
I was
Soon
like,
as you took the
what?
cleats off.
You at your crib?
Yeah, right. Season's over. We not in the playoffs. I'ma holler at y'all. How you feeling, bro? Big game, man. Tell us about this year, man.
Yeah, it's been up and down, roller coaster all year. With Joe going down, we had, JB, Jake Brown has stepped in. He did very well for us. But obviously, we didn't do enough as a team to, make it to the playoffs. But we did finish on a positive note, going 9-8 and having a positive record at the end of the season. But as a rookie, the process has been fun. From the first day in, I had a great group of guys in my room, the DB room. Some vets like, I don't know if y'all know the names, Mike Thomas. Y'all probably do for so famous. Mike Hilton. I had Cheeto Bay, Awuzie in my room. All great guys, from day one, took me in and was able to show me the way and show me how they wanted things to be. And it's been fun ever since.
Yeah, y'all definitely ball. Just in the midst of all the adversities that y'all had this season, right? Like, y'all did y'all thing. You, as a rookie, you definitely held it down. PFF got you as the top run defender this year as a rookie. Who did you, pattern your game or model your game or you love to watch growing up?
Yeah, I used to always watch Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. I remember in high school, my teacher used to always get on me because I'd be on YouTube, watching and not paying attention. It was always my Spanish teacher. She'd always walk around the room, and then I try to, flip my laptop back to the textbook or whatever we were studying. And she always knew. And then I remember one day I had told her who Ed Reed was, and then ever since then that was her favorite player as well. So that was something fun that I had experienced. But yeah, growing up, I watched a lot of Ed Reed because I try to monitor my game off him and be a ball hog and a team player like him.
Okay.
You feel good about how your rookie campaign went? Let me scratch that question. That was an okay question. Let me give you a great question. Yo, when I came in the league, right? When we say we're league bound, right? And when you go through that process, high school, college, and then you finally get there, draft day is here. And you're like, holy crap. Like, I almost cursed again, but holy crap. Like, I'm in the league. When I got to the Denver Broncos, I was like, this is easier than college football. How was your experience? You know what I'm saying? Did you come in like, man, this is easier than I thought? Or was it very challenging?
At first I thought it was gonna be, challenging or, hard. Like you gotta be a different person, or you gotta grow into this different guy. But then you learn as you go on, as the season goes on, that you can just be you. You don't gotta change yourself. You don't gotta change yourself. It's just football. Coming from Alabama, the playbook was a little tough. It was tough. It was tough. It was tough in the Bengals facility, the Bengals defense as well. But it was just broken down a little bit better than it was in college. But in college, I feel like Alabama helped me prepare a lot because the amount of food that was on my plate. As a freshman coming in, had to play early, and from there, just trying to go into a leader. Early as a freshman, I feel like that helped me this year as a rookie. To just not be afraid to open up. Or not be afraid to, tell guys when I see something going wrong in the building or in the DB room what we need to fix. So I feel like that jump from Alabama helped me a lot.
B, let me ask one more question really quickly. I like to get messy really quickly. You played against Tennessee early on in the season?
Yeah, I played I wasn't even playing that much at that time of the season.
Okay. All right. Well, then you got them, and then you also have you got the Colts. No. Let me ask you this question. Was it easier to prepare and play against Georgia, or was it easier to play against the Tennessee Titans?
Oh, that's what you was going with?
Yeah. What? Yeah, basically, because when you go to Alabama, the first thing I think about is like sometimes you go to the next level and you're like, yo, I played in some harder games in college. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were going to say got a player. You talking about, all right, I want to hit it.
Versus Tennessee.
Was there? Let's put it this way: was there any teams out there this year where you was like, oh, shoot, Georgia was harder?
I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta go look. But Georgia wasn't really complex on offense. They was really pound the ball. Play action, take a shot every now and then. So they wasn't really. I wouldn't say hard to prepare for it, but they just had a lot of packages where it was they're physical. They're trying to out physical the other team. So in the NFL, it's a lot more complex than Georgia offense would be.
Being that you played at Alabama, you played in the Saban era, y'all played for a natty almost every year, every 2 years. Who would you say is the GOAT Alabama player under the Nick Saban era? Because y'all had nothing but ballers. If you can pick one.
One? That's tough. One. Can I go one offense, one defense?
Go ahead. It's your show. Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to go for offense, I say I got to go Devontae Smith. Just being there with him, seeing his work ethic, his route running. I feel like he just was able to do everything. He was a complete receiver, in college football, and then just coming out in the national championship game, having 230 some yards, and I think like 3 touchdowns in the first half, and just being able to watch that, eye to eye and see it in reality every day was cool. And then defense, I'll probably, even though I ain't played with him, I'll probably have to say Minka. Just the way he was, Minka, the way he was moved around in the defense, play safety, corner, nickel. He was very versatile, able to play everywhere in the defense, and when he got the ball in his hands, he can make plays with it.
Jordan, I'm curious. And I may know the answer. This might be, we call this a rhetorical question. Where are you from?
South Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Okay. What high school did you go to?
You know it, STA, St. Thomas.
St. Thomas Aquinas, right around the corner. Yes.
High school
Now I remember. Let me ask you a question from a kid from South Florida. All right. Mm-hmm. You're out of it now, okay? You're no longer in the playoffs. You should be in Hawaii somewhere like B-Flow said, but you choose to still be in Cincy. It's okay. A lot of playoff football about to happen this week.
Yeah.
Let's say the Buffalo Bills, led by Josh Allen, is playing against
I love how you teeing it up.
the Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson from Pompano, Florida. Who are you rooting for?
Let's just say.
I'm going Baltimore Ravens.
You know,
All right, so let me rephrase the question because he tried to tee this up and make it like that's why he said rhetorical. You see the way he teed it up? Like I'm from South Florida too, but my thing, who do you honestly think go win that game? No, when they play, not who you going for. Who you think go win that game?
I think it's Baltimore year. I think it's Baltimore year. I think they can. I think they regroup. They just grabbed another South Florida guy, Dalvin Cook. So I feel like they building the chemistry down there. I feel like this their year. I know. Usually when they make it, it's not too good. I know they usually go out early, but I feel like this their year. I feel like they're gonna take it. I think they're gonna beat Bills.
hold on. Hey, something else just came to me, but I ain't gonna go there yet. You guys played against the Bills. Y'all won 24-18, so you went head-to-head with Josh Allen. And obviously, in the division, y'all played against the Baltimore Ravens twice. Like, all jokes aside, can you tell us what makes Josh Allen, and what makes Lamar Jackson?
Well, they both similar in the way they could extend plays, in the passing game. But I feel like just when you face Josh Allen, you got to be more prepared for the deep ball. He gonna take shots. He coming out looking for his deep threats, looking for Stephon Diggs, looking for Hardy, looking for 10 over there. He got guys over there who could run deep. Gabe Davis, and he gonna use that ability to throw. He got probably the strongest arm in the NFL, so you got to protect the deep ball at all times. Lamar, it's I think you heard it in the. I think Mike McDaniel said it in the Hard Knocks. He said this. I think he said this guy is different. He is different. When he scrambled out the pocket, he turned into a running back. He's shifty as a receiver, and then I feel like this year he grew a lot in throwing the ball, and he's smarter with the ball, having less turnovers.
Jordan, let's fast forward to 20 years down the road. You're now old and gray like myself and Brandon Flowers. You had a phenomenal career as a Cincinnati Bengal, potential Hall of Famer. We're discussing you going into the Hall of Fame, but you're not there yet. You're now a general manager, okay? You have Josh Allen on the board. You have Lamar Jackson on the board. Who do you take? Mr. GM? He said,
Look, I'm gonna go with Lamar because I'm going with the guy who I feel like guys gonna come around, a guy's gonna easily evolve around, and I feel like Lamar can do that. He can get the ball in different guys' hands. He's used every single receiver over every single weapon he's had over there without Mark Andrews being in the game. And Isaiah Likely's been stepping up and playing very well as well. So I'm gonna go with Lamar.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. That was a good debate. Look, we gotta let you go soon, bro. But you know what? You know what just hit me, bro? You used to train here, House of Ed. You came through, but you didn't come through. Like, what's good, bro? Like, what happened? We laid out the red carpet for you when you was at Alabama back in school. Now my recall's coming back, B. Right around the corner. What happened, bro?
I don't even know what happened.
Oh, he don't know. Now he don't know.
That's when you're supposed to act like your connection was messing up, bro.
Different time, different place.
Oh, now his audio. We can't hear you. His audio. Now all of it. Go ahead. Can we hear you now?
Y'all good? Y'all hear me?
There we go. Yeah, what happened? I thought you was gonna be training at House of Athlete, bro. What happened?
I thought I was too. I don't know what happened though. I think I got to retract, man. I got to go back and look at it.
Good answer.
I don't know what.
Okay, so you're going to be here this offseason? Where you going to be this offseason?
I'm going to be down in Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
So you going to come through?
Yeah, I'll come through.
All right, bet. We do some one-on-ones too. I still probably got about 55 routes left in me. I give you some good work.
Yeah, say less. Come on.
Before we let you out here, I want to know who's the best offensive player you went up against this year? Like when you faced him, like, yo, he got me on my toes right now.
For sure, I'll have to say, I'll say Lamar.
Okay.
I just feel like, coming out of the field, open field, to make a tackle, just knowing who got the ball in his hands, and you're a rookie, and you're not trying to make no mistakes, trying to make every tackle, make every play. But yeah, I'll say Lamar. But if you want somebody like outside of a quarterback, I'll go probably the Najee Harris or Jay Warren, just the duo over there at the Steelers. They were tough as well. And obviously when Pickens on his game, he a tough player as well. So I'll say them.
No, look, this is the last thing I'll say. You got to let you go. So this is your rookie, Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week, right? And the reason why we branded this Yo Rookie, because there's this interesting relationship that we have, right? The veterans that are still active in the locker room, year 8, year 9, year 10. Even me and B-Flow. B played 10 years. I played 13 years, right? So there's, we feel like a responsibility to give back, right? Or to leave the game better. And so who in the locker room have you leaned on going into this offseason? Yo, how do I go into my first offseason as a rookie? What do I need to do to come back better than what I was in year 1? Is there somebody out there? And then 2, what are you going to do this offseason to make sure that you are right where you need to be in year 2?
Yeah, I talk about Mike Thomas a lot. Mike Thomas has been that guy for me. Being in the league for 12. I think this is 12th year. I lean on him a lot. For questions, for anything. He actually just got me like this box for jury, because he said he don't like seeing our jury hanging around. So he got us a box for jury so we could put our jury in the box right before we leave. But yeah, I've been asking him a lot of questions, the way I could come back and, be better or keep my body in shape. And the main thing is just, nutrition, staying on everything, eating the right things, staying consistent when you're working your workout plan, have a plan. And then if you're going to travel, go do your thing and then come back and get back into it. But yeah, the biggest thing, like from players or coaches, is just, coming back and, being in shape, and having that weight at the right weight that they want you at.
Before we go, like, what advice would you give to JB going into, his first off season? And it could be anything, personal, professional, how to move when we out in the nightclubs, anything.
Yeah, I mean, just be a pro at all times, bro. Like, that how you said, stand on top of your nutrition. Have fun on the off season, but get back to work. You go out. You read the stories where people getting them DUIs and everything. Don't do nothing that's going to bring no negative light on your program. Get a driver, go out. Like, just be responsible, bro. Like, enjoy your offseason. Enjoy your career. Have fun, but at all times, just be a pro.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, bro. It's like, all right, personal. You're young. You're going to go out. It's how you move like a boss. I always tell younger cats to see, you would have got this information if you came and trained, but you didn't. But it's okay. We'll discuss that this offseason. Move like a boss. Everything B said, you should have a driver. Get the same driver that know you and your homeboys, right? When you go into a nightclub, you can tip the bouncers extra just to stand in front of you guys, right? But you should take your own security, right? Because you're going to go out. So how do we go out? Know where the exits are. Make sure you have 2 or 3 dudes there. Bro, it's $300, bro. Pay your security. Look, this is how we moving. We need to all get home safely. We don't want no drama, no problems, okay? So know how to move like a boss. And then professionally, what I would say is right now, you should already be in Europe. You should already be in Asia somewhere. Go travel the world, but do that right after the season. Go take about 2 weeks, go travel. You know what I mean? Don't just go to Jamaica. Don't just go to Mexico. Go see the world, bro. Go to Rome. You feel me? Go to Paris. Have you been to Paris yet?
Nah, not yet.
Nope, you're a South Florida boy. Nope, go to Paris. Go do that for like 2 weeks. And then right after the Super Bowl, now you can take this and mold it how you want to, but what I used to do is, when I didn't make the playoffs, it was a lot. Right after the Super Bowl, that Monday after the Super Bowl is when I started my off season. This is 9 to 5, bro. This is Monday through Friday. We not like trust me, if you want to be a Hall of Famer, you name, who did he name? He said he looked up to Ed Reed and who?
Sean
Taylor.
Sean T. We're talking about Hall of Famers. We're talking about the best of the best, bro. Like, if you want your name to be mentioned with them Monday through Friday, y'all miss me on going out, doing this and that. You know, being in South Florida, we got access to everything, right? But you're going to pay the piper. Monday night, you can be wherever you want, but then Tuesday, it's going to hurt your workout if you're not fully there, right? So approach it like 9 to 5 in the off season. Have your time on the weekends, but make sure you're fresh come Monday, bro, and do that every single year. And you'll be right where you need to be because you got a huge opportunity to be one of the best to ever do it. And we appreciate you for joining us today, dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me.
All right, man. We'll see you soon, bro. Peace.
All right. Peace.
All right. Thank you. And there you have it, man. That's Jordan Battle. What a phenomenal young man. And he has his head on straight. Everybody doesn't have his head on straight. He's from South Florida. He knows if Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills go head-to-head with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, he knows who to go
what time it is.
I mean, he's still young and biased, bro. When I was that age, I'm going with my homeboys, too. Like, not necessarily who gonna really win, but it's cool.
Gotta ride or die
I
for
get
home
it.
team, man.
Way to stay real, bro.
Well, that was week 18. This is our last segment with Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week. So remember to go vote for Jordan Battle and all the other young men out there on your particular team. You can go to NFL.com/voting/rookies. This has been Yo Rookie. That was awesome.
All right, guys. Now remember.
All right, guys.
Sorry,
I love the energy, bro.
I didn't have a lot of energy.
Through the roof.
Last segment.
It was through the roof.
You okay?
Let me take a
Cheers
sip.
to coffee. This is Brandon Marshall, Brandon Flowers, Andrew, who
take a
I said
sip.
cheers. We got BC in the booth. We got Nikki Blade sitting
about
on
to
the
sip everything,
sidelines.
man. Pause.
She's ready to get in. You know what? We should probably throw Nikki in. Just throw her in right now.
You want to just throw in?
Let's just throw her in.
All
Nikki
right,
Blade, Series XL, Faction Touch.
Let's go.
We're throwing.
Let's go. Don't worry.
Nikki Blade.
Don't worry. You could just sit and watch.
This is not. This is supposed. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on.
Where you need me?
Sorry, guys. Here.
Yeah.
You want here? Put this down. Let's make you look taller than what you are.
I'm tall when I stand up. I'm short when I sit down.
There we go. So Nikki's supposed to be shadowing us for a day and then jumping on tomorrow to test with us. Obviously, you know, we have some things that we're building and working on.
Yes.
We're launching this show. It's the longest launch in the history of YouTube. 7 months. But I promise you, we're going to get this show where it needs to be. And it starts with, there's 4 P's. I added this P. For 10 years, I've been saying 3 P's. People, process, then product. Right now, everybody been seeing a product, right? But I'm gonna add a P. So you got to get the paper right, and then you got to get your people, and then the process, and then the product. The product is paper route. So we're getting our people right. So we're gonna throw her on a hot seat. She is testing. This is an audition, Nikki.
My audition was supposed to be tomorrow.
I know.
You lucky I got dressed today. I had a feeling. I'm like, you know what? I better be camera ready just in case.
Like how you think.
How are you
Gotta be.
doing? Where are you from? How do we find you?
Originally from Hawaii. That's where I was born.
Okay.
And I stay in the Bay Area.
You stay in the Bay. How's the Bay? What's going on in the Bay?
Cold.
Yeah.
It's cold right now. It's trash.
Do you watch sports out there? Do you follow like the Golden State Warriors and the Santa Clara 49ers?
I love how you call them the Santa Clara 49ers because they're not in San Francisco, and us in the Bay are mad about that. But yeah, I'm a Warriors fan and I'm a Niners fan.
Right. Is this the year the 49ers be? I'm just peppering her with questions right now.
I see that.
Is this the year the 49ers get it done?
I don't want to say it.
You
I
wanna jinx it?
I would like them to, but realistically, I mean, they still got to show up and play. So
Yeah.
ideally, I do think that we will be in the Super Bowl. I'm going to say it now. But are we going to win? I have to say it. Yes, we're going to take it. That's
It's
it.
a great opportunity. We'll see. I mean, what Baltimore did to the 49ers a couple of weeks ago was interesting. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. But in the NFC, who do you have? Because you keep talking about Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills. We understand the AFC, but what about the NFC?
The NFC is weird. It's easy to go with the 49ers, but like it don't never happen that way. Like Purdy will come out and have like 3 turnovers, and I told you, like, my dark horse is the Detroit Lions. Everybody think I'm crazy, but they are gonna be in the NFC Championship, and I don't know how they're gonna play in that game. I don't know if that game gonna be too big for them, but they gonna be in the NFC Championship for sure.
Okay.
So
All right, we'll see.
I don't know. The NFC weird. Like, all those teams over there weird. I can't get a gauge on them.
I know. We will see. But we have Nikki Blades here. We're excited to have her here in South Florida for 2 days.
That's a dope name.
Thank
Blades.
you.
Nikki Blades. When I first met her, I was like, is that real or is that
It's real.
It is real?
It's real. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Yeah,
dope
it's real.
name.
So it's Nikki. Yeah, Nikki Blades. My middle name is complicated, but the Blades is real.
Give us the middle name.
Kalainani.
Kalainani.
Yeah.
Oh, that you can hear the Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? The Hawaiian.
Yeah. He's like,
all right.
what
So
are
look,
you?
we're throwing you in the fire right now.
Okay.
All right. We love to play games here, Nikki. Mm-hmm. All right. We're not going to throw you in the fire too deep.
Yeah, don't.
Just guide us through this game. Can you read? Can you read this and then can you ask the question?
Sure.
Can you read?
That was rude.
Well, it's not rude. Not
That was
everybody can
very
read.
rude.
I'm just
I must
kidding.
say.
Yes.
I must
yes, I
agree.
can
That was
read.
very rude,
I know.
Brandon Marshall.
I had a job before this. I was in radio. I know how to read. Okay.
right.
So I do love games. So let's play this one. What's your number? Let's start with the battle in Dallas between McCarthy's Cowboys and McCarthy's former team, the Packers. So what's the number? TD passes for Dak, turnovers for Jordan Love. You want to start?
B-Flow.
I'll go 3 TDs for Dak, 2 turnovers for Jordan Love. Dak, he play well at home. They're going to make sure he get his touchdowns. They don't care if they're on a 4-yard line. He's going to get his passing touchdowns. He going to be back into playoff form. Like, Dallas is going to look good. And Jordan Love, he going to turn the ball over early, and then they're going to try to protect him. That's why the game, I don't think, will be too close, because once he get those 2 turnovers early, they're going to try to stick to running the ball and dunking the ball underneath. So that's my numbers.
Listen, I see both teams being tight. I'm taking an under in everything here.
You see Dallas being tight?
I see everybody being tight. Think about the pressure that's on. You just said Coach McCarthy gets his team to the playoffs and he gets fired if he doesn't win.
But he's playing Green Bay.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think he's going to want to be tight.
Extra tight. Now I'm playing against Green Bay. I was there for 15 years or whatever it is. Dak Prescott, he feels the pressure. All these guys feel the pressure. Jerry Jones feel the pressure. He's 150. Jordan Love and those coaches over there, we're not supposed to be here. Let's not mess it up. If they're smart, they go out there and just say, let's just let it loose and let's just go. But I'm going to take the under here, like in points and everything. I think that Dak Prescott has 2 touchdowns and Jordan Love turnovers. I'm going to say 0.
What?
I'm going to say
Oh.
0. I'm going to say 0.
The Cowboys defense at home against an inexperienced
All right, give me
Jordan
one. You're
Love.
right. You're right. You're right. Give me one. Give me one.
Come on,
2
bro.
and 1. 2 and 1. All right. You're right. Thank you for getting me right there.
Yeah, like, nah, but the Dallas Cowboys, they low-key bullies. Like, people that they supposed to beat, they beat.
Right.
And they show you why they should beat them. So that's why I got them getting 2 turnovers and Dak going 3 touchdowns.
All right. I'm 2 and 1.
All right.
What's your number? I like this. Is this our first time playing What's Your Number?
Nah,
I think it's
lit.
our first time playing What's Your Number, Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Here we
Well,
go.
let's keep it moving. We have another one, Gaff Stafford Bowl. The Rams are in Detroit to face the Lions during the wild card weekend. Gaff and Stafford traded for each other a few years back. So what's the number? Points for the Rams offense, TD passes for Jared Goff. Who's starting this one?
B starting all of them.
Okay, B.
Ooh.
He's-
I'm going to say 24 points for the Rams. And I'm going to go... Dang.
Oh, you got to think about this.
Yeah, I got to go 2 touchdowns for Goff. I wanted to go 1, but you're not going to beat the Rams with 1 touchdown. I hate that the Rams and the Lions are playing. Those are 2 hottest teams. Well, 49ers hot, but these are the 2 underdogs in my opinion in the NFC. So I hate that the Lions, who I predicted to go to the NFC Championship, playing like the hottest team, one of the hottest teams in the NFC. But yeah, I got to go 2 touchdowns for Goff. 24
All right.
points for the Rams.
23 points for the Rams. Okay, so I just went to the Rams homepage on the sports page here. They're averaging 239 yards passing per game, and even points. What we're talking about, they're averaging 23 points a game, almost 24, 23.8. That's 8th in the NFL. I'm going to take the over when it comes to the Rams on everything, because I feel like the Rams is playing with house money, right? They went out there, they bet it all. They played Moneyball. They won a Super Bowl. They went to a Super Bowl, lost. They went to a Super Bowl and they won, right? And now everybody going into this year is like the Rams are going to be trash. The Rams are going to be trash. They didn't back themselves into the playoffs. They ran in the playoffs, right? This is probably. Bro, this is in the NFC. Is there a scarier team? Like when we think about like this is the team you don't want to play.
They got that Eli Giants vibe to them right now.
You think so?
Yeah, when Eli them snuck in the playoffs and they just was like making plays to win games. Like that's their vibe right now.
I'm saying, I mean, Aaron Donald, hair on fire, Matthew Stafford back in Detroit.
Yeah,
30 points. 30 points. I'm taking 30 points. For the Rams. And then the second part to this question was TD passes for Jared Goff. Yep. I think Jared Goff is going to play a nice game. I think Jared Goff is going to have – I'm saying 3 here. You took Dak. The first one, you had Dak with 3 TD passes. Jared Goff had 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Even with Laporta like banged up, like the tight end.
You be dropping these nuggets, making me change. Like he did that the last time. Can I go 2 now? Let me go 2 now.
You're not sure. You got to question
bro? I'm gonna say 3.
You know what to say now.
I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna stick with 3 here.
Final answer.
Final answer.
All right. And finally, in the NFC, we have Baker's Bucks hosting the fading Eagles. Philly is trying to avoid losing 6 of their last 7 games. So what's the number? Total TDs for Jalen Hurts, total turnovers for Baker.
Jalen is going to go 2 touchdowns.
Take the under.
2 touchdowns for 2 touchdowns for Jalen, and I'm giving Baker 1 turnover. Baker going to come to play. Like, I see Baker going into Baker mode, and he making these throws, and Mike Evans, like, cooking the DBs for Philly. Like, I see that happening. That's my numbers.
Listen, B, I told you yesterday, Nikki, you weren't here. You were on the plane flying from Santa Clara Airport,
San Francisco. Let's just say Bay Area. We'll make
the
it
Bay
easy for
Area.
you.
so you weren't able to hear this, but I said take Tampa Bay. Tampa's going to win. Okay, Jalen Hurts. Isn't his finger like this? Isn't it broken? It's broken. It's his throwing hand too, I believe. Yeah. It's his throwing hand. So I'm gonna take the under here. You said 2.
I said 2.
You know what? 2 is not bad because I can see him using his feet more.
Yeah.
I can see him hustling more. Right?
And they run the ball, too. They run the ball well. So
I'll go 2 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. That's not a bad number there. And total turnovers for Baker. 0.
Oh.
Whoa.
0.
Baker go play flawless.
0.
All right.
Wow.
0.
Okay.
Are we tracking this? Or who's writing this down so we can reflect on this come next week? Is there anybody in the paper route organization writing this down?
And we're going to go with B first answers, not the one he changed
not the
to
after
because
he's already
I bought things up. Like, nah. Like,
He's
we're
over
going
there
his first answers.
scrolling, doing research, changing his answers
If
every
we
time.
taking notes.
It's B's commentary. He's like, oh, the Porter, he's down. Damn, I didn't think about that. What was the other one we were talking about? Dak Prescott and
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. Oh, Jordan Love. They're playing against the Packers. Oh, yeah. Damn, I forgot about that.
You're like, stop telling me everything I didn't know.
Right.
Now, let's go over to the AFC. The biggest game of the weekend is in Kansas City, where the Chiefs host the Dolphins. Now, the Chiefs are a field goal favorite at home in Arrowhead. So what's the number? Total number for Dolphins offense, TD passes for Patrick Mahomes.
Total.
I'm going to go total points, 17 for the Dolphins.
That's it?
That's it.
Ooh.
The Chiefs defense play ball.
They do.
It's going to be cold. Like, it's a different environment Miami going to. Yeah, they usually play in Buffalo and New York, but going into Arrowhead, a different vibe. Trust me. We get busy in Arrowhead. TD passes for Mahomes. I'm going 2.
You're going to?
It's going to be a close, low-scoring game. Like, it's going to be 17-20. That's not low-scoring. That's mid, but it's going to be like 17-20 type game.
2 days ago, Patrick Mahomes, I'm on his Instagram account right now. 2 days ago, he has a post. He's standing at the 50 in Los Angeles, playing against the Chargers. And it says, go time. It's go time. There's a lot of talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're not going to get it done. They can't get it done. Look how they played the last 6 weeks. Patrick Mahomes is going to turn it on. It's go time. I'm taking 3. What did you say?
I said 2.
3, bro. Don't be surprised if he have
Just
4.
because you
It's
scroll
go
across his
time.
gram and seen a
It's
post.
go time. Look at this post. Look at this post.
forget
Look
everything
at this
he did.
post.
We're gonna make Brandon answer with his numbers first before he can do any research to see, and then by the end of it, he's gonna have a different number, and then we're gonna hold him to the first one.
Patrick Mahomes will have 3 TDs. The Dolphins will have total points 24.
Yeah. On the Chiefs defense?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Let's
Write
do
it
this
down.
really quickly. Let's go here. Boom. Let's see what happened. They already faced each other. The Miami Dolphins played against the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost. Was it in Germany or somewhere they played? 21-14. Can I?
No, bro, we
can I
going with your
check?
first name. You can. Just
She
for the sake
said-
of the show.
What did
but
I
we-
say?
but
Before
we're
he
writing
does-
down.
Before he
Six.
decides to do some research, get that
Yeah.
first number because it's about to change 2 more times. Stop talking.
They only put up 14 points against the Chiefs the first time around. Wow. Okay.
Just don't miss, bro.
Okay, so final answer, Brandon. What
Well,
is it?
I gotta be integrity, so I'll stick with the 24. Come on, Tyreek Hill to Coach McDaniels. I think both teams are going to cut it loose. The Dolphins aren't going in to the playoffs feeling great. They're banged up. If that's a pause, that's a pause. They're banged up. They've been dropping ball games. They haven't been playing lights out.
They feel the same.
The Chiefs.
Like these two teams, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird for both of them.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's just go. Let's see what happens. So I'm taking the over in this game on everything.
Okay, so we're still playing What's Your Number? The other intriguing matchup in the AFC has the young gun against the old buck. CJ Stroud and the Texan host Joe Flacco and the Browns. So what's the number? TD passes for Joe Flacco, total TDs for CJ Stroud.
I'm going to go 2 TD passes for Flacco. I'm going to go 4 total TDs for CJ Stroud.
Ooh, 2 and 4.
Stroud is finna cook. Like, I know Tank Dell not there, but he don't know any better. Like, he gonna go out there, play loose, have fun, throw the ball around. Like, he gonna show everybody why he should have been in the MVP runnings. Like, Stroud has that it factor. You go see it. You remember when Deshaun Watson played against Kansas City that one year where they went up early and he was just making all the throws and spinning and breaking tackles? Like, we go see that from CJ Stroud this game, I feel, against this great Cleveland defense.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I know what
Thank you.
I'm saying.
Thank you.
I know what
Hold
they
on.
going against.
Okay,
Waiting
thank
for
you.
it.
Because you just talked about the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
And you said the Chiefs, they have this great defense.
Yeah.
They're number 2, total yards. Who's number 1? Who's 1?
But what did
Who's
I say
won?
about Tua, though? I said Tua don't have that 5th gear. He can't take it to another level yesterday when we was talking. Like, Tua's not going to say, I don't care what y'all do. I'm going to do me. Stroud can.
So you're saying a rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, his first playoff game is going to go to Cleveland, who has the number 1 defense, you know, in probably 90% of these categories, yards allowed, et cetera, and you're going to say 4 total TDs?
4.
That's a big feat, bro. I'm going 2 here. I love CJ Stroud. You know, I was hoping that he'd be one of the first to ever do it, rookie of the year, and also MVP. No one's ever done it. I thought he was going to do it. There you go. So I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say 2 total TDs. I'm gonna say two total
Get it out,
TDs. Yeah, I'm there.
For who, though? 2 total TDs
for
who?
CJ Stroud.
Okay.
And Joe Flacco, I'm gonna say 2 TD passes.
So you got it like a tight game. Like, it's going to go either way. All right.
For sure. I mean, that Cleveland defense,
Nah,
and
they
then
real.
also, like, I just see, you know, the Texans just strapping down. Like, I think they're going to come in. It's going to be a feisty game. It's going to be a really good game. It might be like the game of the week.
I know. I'm looking forward to that game.
Right.
I'm looking forward
That's
to
like
that game.
that's going to be
100%.
like real football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like smart coaching and like, yo, the tougher man wins. Who's going to be standing at the end of the 4th quarter type game?
Let's go.
All right, we got one more in this game. Finally, the Bills are huge 10-point favorites at home against the Steelers. So what's the word? Total turnovers for the Steelers QBs, total turnovers for Josh Allen.
I'm going to say 1 turnover for Mason Rudolph. They're not going to let him lose the game, right? They go run the ball. They in Buffalo. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be crazy. Like they're not gonna let him lose the game. Josh Allen might have 3 of them things. Like, and he don't care. I don't care. His team don't care. As long as you come out of there with a win, I don't care about the spread.
Bro,
Josh, just come away with the win. We don't care. Just win the game.
They played against the Dolphins. Box score. Josh Allen had 2 TDs, two interceptions. That's been his year all year.
Yeah, 2 in the first 2 drives. Like.
It ain't slow it down. I like that. Josh Allen has 2 turnovers. And Mason's going to play a clean game. He's going to have 0 turnovers.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Don't say anything.
I won't.
I'm done.
Don't say anything.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. There you go. Finally, the Bills. We just talked about the Bills. I like that game. What's your number? We should do that. Is that our first time doing it? It's our first time doing it. Nikki, how'd you feel about it?
What an honor.
What an honor.
What an honor.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, so we're going to bring you back because I don't want to set you up for failure, okay? We're going to have Wu come back in, and then we want you to come back in because we got to talk. We may go there now. We may do it without you. We got big news to talk about, right? We got Morant. We got who will be QB1 in the 2024 draft on some of these teams. Not the draft, but for some of these teams. Gruden and the Saints. What's going on there? So we'll bring you back at the end of the show. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
That was good.
Thank you.
We just threw
One
her
time
out
for
there.
Nikki Blake.
Thank
Just threw
you.
her out
Thank you.
there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
That
I
was
must
good.
say, yeah, Nikki dope. I mean, I will confirm she definitely can read, B. Marshall, like cursive and everything, the way
Check.
she was dealing up here.
You're right.
But nah, it was definitely dope. I enjoyed it.
She definitely can read. I think we need a fact checker. Fact check, paper route fact checker. Can we fact check if that's her real name? We need to see that on her birth certificate.
Let me bring up the birth records and see.
name.
Seriously,
You said
Nikki
Bay Area,
Blades.
right?
We have another guest here. They're not ready. What time is our second guest coming?
We're preparing him right now as we speak.
He's here.
Yep. We're
Sitting
just preparing
down.
him. He's getting into our green room.
There
Our
you
digital
go.
green room.
There you go.
So before we get there,
So this is Brandon Marshall, Andrew Ruhu, BC in the booth, B Flow. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Chains on, okay.
Let's get it. Are we ready to go back to Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week? Are we ready to do another one? And this is a first. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
I think we're ready. This is Sirius XM Faction Talk Channel 103. This is week 18. We already sat down with Jordan Battle, and now we have another guest. Okay, Jordan Battle was dope. Here we go. Week 18. T. Spears, what up, brother? Where you at? Like, all right, we asked Jordan Battle this question. Is he ready to go? We asked Jordan Battle. Are you familiar with Jordan Battle? Has he ever hit you?
We was at the Senior Bowl together.
Did he hit you? Did you shake him? What was the situation?
We did. We played him this year. I don't remember though. I don't remember.
you don't
I know
remember?
you know.
Okay, so we asked him this question. All right, this is the first question. It's going to tell us a lot about where you're at, your mindset as a rookie. Okay, the season's over. You could be anywhere in the world. Where are you right now?
I came home with my family, man. I spent a few days with my family.
Where's home?
Ponchatoula, Louisiana.
Smart guy.
He got out of Tennessee.
got out-
Okay.
Right, so we're talking to Jordan Battle, bro. The season's over. He could be anywhere in the world. He's still in Cincy. He's still in Cincy.
Now you gotta leave, man. You gotta get your mind. You gotta clear your mind for a few days.
So after the last game, how quickly were you out of Tennessee?
So the last game, I drove back. My mom had drove down. I had drove back with her. I had drove back with her last night, so Monday. So the game was Sunday. I left Monday.
I love that.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Bro, that's
we
how,
be having the exit meeting like, Coach, my flight finna leave, bro. Like, in this meeting, dog.
Right.
Like, you want me to get a ticket to the airport? Like, let's go.
So, man, you played behind a legend in King Henry, and phenomenal career for him, and obviously that's still going. He saluted the fans. He saluted the organization for his ride there. I think he said, hopefully I was an inspiration to the youth here in this in this community, in this city. Being behind him in your rookie year, can you describe for us how your rookie year went? How was it?
Of course, like when you playing football, you deal with ups and downs, but it's been pretty cool, like learning from him and just like learning, these different things for myself. But like he's been amazing, like just by like the details that he bring in and day out, and the type of person that he is. He, like I said, he nothing but a brother to me.
How you feel about replacing him though, man? Cause we seen he gave his little deuces to Tennessee, letting us kind of know that he gonna go a different route. Like, how do you feel replacing a living legend like that?
Of course, like, you spend a year with a person, like, you kind of like build a relationship. Of course, like you want him to come back, but, the job got to get done. So, just be like the next man up. I wish him the best and everything, in his near future.
Will Levis. Talk to us about Will Levis. There's a lot of talking around this guy on the field, off the field. I don't really want to talk about Will Levis on the field. I want to talk about him off the field, in particular in the cafeteria. Have you ever seen him in the cafeteria? Look, you know where I'm going.
His morning routine.
Have you seen him in the cafeteria? Have you sat down with him and had lunch or breakfast?
Yeah, I did. He don't put mayonnaise in his coffee.
Okay.
Hey, I'm like, so like I had met him. Then a few weeks went by. I'm like, bro, you really do that? He's like, nah, I just did that one time. I'm like, bro, I was about to say, bro, you nasty if you do.
Well, he got paid off of it, B.
Yeah, so he not weird then. I thought, like, who does that? Mike Vrabel. I played with Mike Vrabel, man. I love that guy. Tough-nosed guy. He on the hot seat, some may say. What do you feel Mike Vrabel is to this Tennessee Titans team?
Like the past few years, he's been everything. He, like you said, man, he a cool dude. I got love for him too. Like since day one, he just let me come, be myself, man. He just let me, he just let me do my thing. And he a great guy, man. He definitely mean a lot to us. He the one that kept us going. Especially in this year that we went through. It was a rough one for us, but like he kept us, he kept us going day in and day out.
So listen, man, this is your rookie, Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week. You're a nominee here. I want to talk to you, B. You brought this up when we sat down with Jordan Battle not too long ago, and you asked him this question, who did he model his game after? Bro, a lot of amazing running backs in the league now active, and there are so many legends that came before you. So growing up playing running back, who did you model your game after? Who do you admire?
Reggie Bush. Just seeing him when he was for the Saints. My first year I got 25, and I guess I try to be like him in every way I could. But I really I like Alvin too. So them two, they definitely at the top of it for me.
Yeah, they got the same vibe, running style and everything. So I get why you want to model your game after them. I love talking about competing. We all watched the game when we was younger, high school, college, and we seen players that play the opposite position, and we always wanted to play. And when we did play them, like we noticed some things about them. Who was the player that you played against that had that hit stick? Like, yo, when he hit you, like you feel it.
Man, I got hit a few times this year. I ain't gonna lie.
He said, I got hit a few times this year.
Was it anybody that you seen growing up, though? Like, yo, I seen him growing up. I seen him on film, and, yeah, he caught me, too.
I think the audio. Is your audio good? Your audio. Let's check your audio.
Nah, I'm thinking about it. It ain't nobody that I grew up, watching. But I got hit a few good times. That Carolina game, boy. Oh my God, I got smacked.
He said Carolina game.
I was waiting on the ball. The safety just. Oh my God. Well, I was on a. Oof. But like it ain't nobody like that. But I feel like the dude Desmond King, he did a good job against us when we played against Houston.
Yeah.
Like he was always around the ball and like he was like hard to block. So like he did a good job. He the one that stand out to me from this year.
Yeah, tough
don't
dude,
understand that.
DB.
So let's go back to the running back position, right? Obviously, you're one of those young guns, and hopefully you morph into something bigger than who you model your game after, and that's Reggie Bush. Give me your top 5. We like lists around here. Give me your top 5 running backs in the game today.
In the game today, okay, I like I like Mostert from he my number 1. Mostert from
Miami.
from the Dolphins.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's my number 1. I like him a lot, man. I do. Hey, Gibbs over there running. Detroit. Gibbs.
Jameer.
He over there running. I don't know. I ain't gonna. I just know most of my number 1, and everybody else I'm just filling in. Who else?
You want to go out to the bank? There we go.
Christian, he over that thing. You know who like running real hard? These my last 2. I got Jonathan Taylor and Travis Etienne. Man, Travis be running that thing, boy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, it's a good list, but it's definitely going to create a debate and a discussion. Like, I mean, there's Derrick Henry. You know, we can't throw Saquon out there, can we? Because the year that Saquon had.
Yeah. And it's fairly young guys. He's a young guy, and a lot of those guys in his division too. So he see them 2 times a year.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, I get to really watch them do their thing.
And you put Mac at 3. Like Mac was up for the MVP discussion, but that's your list.
That's his list.
That's your list.
Wait, no. I said I'm gonna just fill in everybody else. I ain't put nobody at 3. I just told you who my number 1 was.
Okay.
Hey, listen. This is Yo Rookie, bro. And just like we talked about this with Jordan Battle, you know, and you'll feel this, and you already did this when you were in high school, you were in college, when you were upperclassmen. Boom, we got to leave our college or our university better than how we came in, right? And we have a responsibility to give back to the younger cats. Talk to me about your off season. What's your plan? What are you working on? Where are you working at?
I'm gonna be in Miami. They say you got a good spot around the way, huh?
Yeah, you coming?
Hey, I need to. I need to get your contact after this, man. I need to. Man.
I'm gonna DM you.
I bet. But yeah, I'm tripping. We already been doing that. But just doing that. Just taking first. I'm gonna just take this month off right here. You know, just collect my thoughts, get my mind together, and then I'm gonna hit training, get into training. Probably be in Miami somewhere around there. Miami for a lot of them. I got a kids camp coming up in June though. That's gonna be my way of giving.
June, you have a kids camp?
Yeah, my hometown, my high school, matter of fact. That's gonna be my way of giving back this year. I think I don't know what age range I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna try to include a lot of them.
Bet. Well, invite me and B. We we gonna look at the calendar. We'll come support. But B, go ahead.
I know you be busy, but if I invite you, bro, you gotta come, bro. Don't tell me, oh man, something came up last minute.
Yeah, bro, I'm pulling up, bro. You invite me, and I commit. Look, you said, and I commit.
You gotta say that part. You gotta say
I'm coming, bro. You said June?
Yeah, June, probably like June, around June 15th, around that week.
I think during that time. No, I ain't no cap. I think during that time, I'm scheduled to go to South of France. No, for real. I might be in South of France at Cannes Lion, like big advertising festival. You know, give out some awards. You meet some people. Some things that we will discuss when you come down here, because we talk about when should you look at other things outside the field, and how does this transition look? Because we got to be thinking about these things now. You know, you got to handle your business now. The main thing is the main thing. You got to become one of the best running backs that we've ever seen. But at the same time, the game can change and it can be taken away from you at any moment, right? So these are some of the discussions that we got to have. But I'm saying that because of this, bro. Like, I want you to be more specific, right? This is Yo Rookie. We get an opportunity to learn from you, but you also get an opportunity to learn from us and steal some of our game. From a personal standpoint, move like a boss. Just talk to Jordan Battle about this. Move like a boss, man. Like, there's so much to lose. You have so much to lose. People know who you are. They're doing their research. So make sure you have a driver. Make sure you have security when you're going out. Invest. Think about that. You go out and something happens next to you, has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you, bro. Okay? Now your name's involved. You lose an endorsement deal. You might not get all of what you deserve from a contract standpoint. So now you lose millions of dollars, say $2 million. But what if you invested just $1,000 that night? Now I know it's a big penny, but like, look, if you want to go out and you know who you are, it comes with that type of investment. Driver, security, I'm gonna give them a couple $100 to make sure that we good, right? So from a personal standpoint, everything you do, move like you as if you were Jay-Z. Think about what would Jay-Z do, okay? And then from a professional standpoint, I like that you're taking this month off and recovering, but soon, right after the Super Bowl, bro, you got to get to it and approach your off season like it's in season, meaning like that routine that you had Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And this is going to be the biggest challenge for a lot of our rookies. Biggest challenge is this. Yo, Monday I can go out. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Bruh, don't let that affect your work, bro, because you got to come back, get an amazing opportunity. King Henry ain't going to be there next year. You the guy. What are we going to do with it, man? So, like, you know, I just – go ahead.
Take off?
Take off. That's what I want to see. But, look, we got to handle our business in the offseason. That's where we get better. The season's easy. Being for me,
that's the cake part.
That was easy. Off season was the hard part.
Yeah.
You ain't lying though, and I noticed that this year. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have did a few things different in the off season coming into this season. So like, I kind of learned a little bit from my first years. I ain't gonna let that happen going into my second year.
Yeah, tap in with your vets, bro. Tap in with us if you need. When you're down here in South Florida, ask your questions. But you need to be stealing. You need to become a thief. You need to be looking at all the cats that's successful playing 10 years at a high level. How did they do it? How are they eating? How are they sleeping? How are they recovering? How do they move in the off season? How do they look at deals? You need to be stealing, bro. So make sure you become a big student this off season, and we appreciate your time, G.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
And I'm going to DM you, bro, so we get together this off season after you go off, once you come back from your sabbatical, your month sabbatical. Okay.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All right, G.
All right, man.
Yo.
Yep.
There we go. I think that was the first. We end.
Yeah.
Look, we say this in ball. Start fast, finish strong. This is week 18, and I think this is the first time all year where we had two interviews for Yo Rookie.
Yeah, I believe so.
We finished strong.
Yeah, always.
And I like that element, B. Like, we didn't do that enough. Like, I don't know why we didn't, but just taking that opportunity to give them some game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, someone got to innovate, right? But I actually was looking up something because you guys mentioned Mike Vrabel. He actually, unfortunately, was fired just 50 minutes ago.
Oh,
I didn't want to mention it during the interview, but it happened. But I also, reason why I thought about it was because I saw a wild stat on him yesterday, which was he actually has 10 receptions for 10 TDs. So, like, literally every time outside of 4 targets, he's caught the ball, he's gotten a TD. And he's a defensive player. He's a linebacker. It's just
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. It's just a wild stat I ran upon yesterday.
About him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah, but unfortunate
ain't
news,
fair.
as I was looking up his name, I did see in the chat that people were mentioning that he had been released by the Titans.
Wow, that's big news.
Yeah, just 50 minutes ago.
Well, look, let's complete this segment. Maybe the last segment of the year. I'm gonna say this right now to the team, the Pepsi team, to the I Am Athlete team. I feel like we should present the Rookie of the Year award at the NFL Honors. Me and you, B.
I'm with it.
That would be awesome.
I'm
See
with
you
it.
guys out there.
Let's make it happen.
Like, how do we make that happen? Like, we should do that. We sat down with the top, like Puka. I think Puka's going to win it. We sat down with Puka before Puka was Puka.
Yeah. Over Stroud?
Yes, man, Stroud, he would have had it, but, bro, he was off, 3 weeks?
Wow, 3 weeks. And he took
close
the Texans
call.
being a quarterback to the playoffs?
Watch this. Let me ask you this question. Have we ever seen a rookie do what C.J. Stroud, a rookie quarterback do what C.J. Stroud has done this year? Did this year, excuse me.
I mean,
Have we?
it's hard.
Andrew Luck, Joe Burrow. I don't know if Joe Burrow did
But
it.
you put them into great situations, though. No, Joe Burrow didn't do it his rookie year.
No, he didn't.
But the Houston Texans with a rookie head coach, like, that's tough.
I know, but have we seen it?
I don't.
Brian, have we seen a rookie quarterback do what C.J. Stroud did this year? Please let me know that. I say that because we haven't seen a rookie wide receiver do what Puka has done this year. Bro, why don't we respect like being the first or the only? We don't respect it when it comes to these awards, whether it's the MVP. Because if Tyreek Hill eclipsed 2,000 yards, there's probably a good chance that he would have freaking been snubbed.
Nah, I don't think so. If it hit 2K, he would have won.
Because of all the chatter and the talk.
All the chatter, yeah. It's a great storyline.
So, like, now we've seen, okay, C.J. Stroud is phenomenal. Like, unbelievable.
Insane.
Turn the Texans around in freaking 6-7 months. Unbelievable. Phenomenal job. Baller, efficient, superstar. But Puka, we're talking about, let's name some of the best players that ever come through the NFL. And, hey, listen, you might push back a little bit, but it's the wide receivers. Randy Moss. Odell Beckham Jr., Justin Jefferson, Jerry Rice. Like I can T.O. I can go on and on and on and on and on. And none of them did what he did this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't respect his play. I think he's a great wide receiver, but at the same time, you just got to look at the level of play. You can say C.J. Stroud is a top 10 quarterback. Can you say that about Puka at the receiver position?
No.
Or is he in a position where they schematically get him the ball and they do a great job on getting him to the places he needs to be, and like all that plays in and ties in.
You're in your bag right now. He's in his bag today. Yeah. He's in his bag today. I like that. I like the pushback. I'm like, damn, he's not top 10, but C.J. Stroud is probably.
Yeah.
Also take into consideration, the Rams might have a better like overall system coming in the Super Bowl.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Because I'm looking at the
silly right now.
Houston Texans before C.J. was 4-12, 4-13, and 3-13.
That's what I'm saying.
And a 3-13-1.
All right.
Now they're 10-7.
All right. Week 18 edition of Yo Rookie Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week. Don't forget to vote. You still can cast your vote. Is it going to be T. Spears? Is it going to be Jay Battle? Is it going to be C.J. Stroud? Who is it going to be? Go to NFL.com/voting/rookies. Cast your vote. And I think that may be it. And it saddens me. Until NFL honors. They can't hear me. Can they hear me right now?
You and the music.
Me and the music. I'm going to wait. I want them to hear me.
There you go.
Until next time, NFL honors, where you have Brandon Marshall and Brandon Flowers presenting to Puka or CJ.
I'm glad you put the CJ. Yeah. That's who's gonna win it. We all know, but cool.
You don't think it's a debate? You don't think it's a?
I don't think it's a debate at all.
Wow. Okay, we'll see.
Puka just got to get to his spots. Like CJ is like, yo, give me the rock and let me just
game
cook.
changer.
Yeah, like let me cook. Give me the ball.
So that's just like, that's why I hate some of these awards, man. It's like it's like quarterback awards. MVP is a quarterback's award. Rookie of the year, if the quarterback plays phenomenal, he's going to get it. Or if he plays good, he's going to get it. So, I don't like it. I don't like it.
We got one more what's the word on the docket that we want to play here with actually Lamar. So remember a couple months ago when Lamar was frustrated through contract negotiations? Well, during the offseason, one of the teams who could have pursued was the Falcons, and they did not. Instead, they stuck with Desmond Ridder, and one guy is the MVP, and one guy is Desmond Ridder.
Christy O said, bring Nikki back to finish.
Oh, wow, Christy
Saying
O.
that. Yes.
I got 2 words in, and she said,
I'm sorry.
bring back the champ.
Yeah.
All right, Christy O. You caught me straight.
What do we have, 10 minutes left in
We
the
got
show?
10 minutes. It's all good, Christy O. I still love you. I love all my people in the chat.
Sheesh.
You ready to come back?
So how
right.
what, we have 10 minutes left in the show?
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
Okay. So
You did say you were going to bring her back, though, so.
All right.
All right.
Dang.
Hot seats.
Wow.
Chrissy O, love it. Okay, here we go. Brandon Marshall here. Brandon Flowers. Andrew Who Woo kicked off the show. BC in the booth. And now Nikki Blades. And we're still fact checking to make sure that is her government. That is her
It's
real
real.
name.
Don't
And
look
it's not
too
like
hard.
a TV name. All right. So what were we talking about before? Christy O
Lamar,
said,
the
please
Falcons.
bring Nikki back.
Lamar and the Falcons.
Lamar, we have 10 minutes. Lamar and the Falcons. So what's the situation here? I wasn't listening because Christy O distracted me. Thanks, Christy
It was
O.
basically that Lamar and everything that went on the offseason, the Falcons had a chance to pursue him, but they stuck it out with Ritter.
Right.
One is an MVP caliber quarterback right now. And then how Wu just said, you got Ritter.
Right.
Like, as there's no validation to that name. But he's not having the year Lamar having right now. But, I mean, we have the question on what's the word. What is the question? I think it's what would the Falcons be? What's the question, Wu? What would the Falcons be with Lamar?
The Falcons would be blank with Lamar at QB.
The Falcons would be blank with Lamar at QB. They'll be
A
contenders. They'll be
playoff.
contenders.
No, not contenders. Playoff team.
You don't think they'll be contenders? They barely missed the playoffs with Ritter. You give Lamar Bijan Robinson, that's a great running
but
back. You give him Kyle Pitts.
division, though, like, come on, like the Tampa Bay Bucks won a division. They won a division with 9 wins, right? Like, let me see. I'm pulling it up now. Tampa Bay Bucks 9-8. New Orleans Saints 9. It was the worst division in football. So just because you win a division, right, doesn't mean that you're a contender.
But what I'm saying is they were that close with Ritter. Like, if you got Lamar with Bijan Robinson, he loved to feed the tight end and Kyle Pitts. Like, they have pieces around them that the NFC not that tough.
Yeah.
Like, they not – you got, like, streaky teams. Like, the Rams came along at the end. Who are the Eagles?
Right.
The Cowboys, they're a whole different team away than they are at home.
So Nikki, here's the situation, and I don't know if you remember this, but let's go back to the offseason.
Okay.
Right? This is actually almost like a 2-year battle between Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he comes out in the NFL. He comes in for Joe Flacco.
Okay.
Joe Flacco's on his way out of Baltimore. They're over him. And John Harbaugh, their head coach, their head coach is still in place. He was going to get fired. Lamar Jackson saves his job by going out and playing phenomenal and getting them in the playoffs. But then they get there, they lose.
Okay.
Second year, was it the second year, B, that he wins MVP, or his third year?
It might have been second.
So we're talking about a young dude still trying to figure this out, doesn't have the pieces around him. He goes out there, wins MVP.
Okay.
Right? Black quarterback, minority quarterback. So it's time to pay the guy. They don't want to pay him what he's worth. So here's the situation, right? Because this is bigger than just if the Falcons had him. It wasn't just the Falcons. There was 5 or 6 teams that came out and said, we're not in on Lamar Jackson. So we're talking about a once in a generation type talent, potentially available.
Okay.
He says he doesn't want to be in Baltimore because Baltimore don't want to pay him. So B, 5 to 6 teams come out. Do you remember? Maybe it was 4 to 5 teams. Remember that moment where they were like, no, we're out. Atlanta Falcons was one of them. How stupid does the Atlanta Falcons and all those other teams look? Maybe even the Colts, because it was before the draft, before they got Richardson.
Listen, interesting stat, Lamar is 20-3 against the NFC. You see how he played against the 49ers. They're not used to that type of speed at quarterback play. Like, Jalen is mobile, but he's like regular mobile. He would have been so different to the NFC, like how Vic was. You remember Vic was just like unstoppable. And you know Lamar brings people with him. Like, it would have been so easy to build in Atlanta with Lamar at quarterback after Vic has been there, with all these receivers wanting to be part of that team. Like, no, they would have definitely been contenders in one season, I feel.
Do you think, Nikki, that there's corruption in professional sports?
Absolutely. Yeah. There's corruption in everything we do, but it just depends on who decides to participate in it.
What's your definition of corruption? I'm trying to see where it's going.
I was like, hold on, we got to get back on track.
That's such
so
a broad
what was the game that we were playing? What's the word? So what was your word?
Wait a minute, before you ask me.
I was like, hold on. It's going to be my first and last show.
Corruption is Lamar Jackson, like Kirk Cousins and other quarterbacks and other players came before him, said, I'm not happy here. I want to move on. And maybe for the first time ever, we saw 4 or 5 teams, maybe even 6 teams, publicly say, we're not in on the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. we're good. And these are teams that needed quarterbacks. So to me, that's collusion. That is the NFL coming together and saying, we can't let Lamar and Miss Felicia Jackson, his mother who represents him, like he has no agent. He pissed people off by letting his mother, who's more than capable, represent him. Okay? We're not going to let them change how we operate and do business. No. Why? So I feel like that was a statement that they tried to make, and now Lamar Jackson has a quarter of the NFL looking foolish, because if the Atlanta Falcons had them, you said contenders. I said my answer would be better.
Okay.
But there's so many other teams. The Tennessee Titans was in that discussion. The Colts was in that discussion. Even
Wherever he go, he's making them contenders, though. He that type of player.
Anywhere.
You look at Baltimore when he doesn't play. Like, they're not the same Baltimore.
So your word was, what was your word?
I'm just going to go with better. It's not sexy. I'm just going to say better. It's better. My word is better. B, your word was what? Contenders?
Contenders. He's going to make anybody a contender. Whatever team he goes to, he's that type of player. He's that caliber player. Big
news. Tough break for the Grizzlies. Ja Morant is out for the season with a shoulder injury that needs surgery. After returning from a 25-game suspension, Ja Morant was playing at an MVP caliber level. We saw that. I mean, he had a buzzer beater his first night back, right?
Yeah.
And all the hype. What's next for Ja Morant, Nikki?
He got to heal. He just has to take the time to recover. Whatever reason why he got hurt, because it was during a training session, somebody is messing up somewhere. Right. You shouldn't be getting hurt at practice when you're playing at that level. So he needs to just refocus. What else can he do?
It's just it's a terrible situation, Nikki, where, he dealt with what he had to deal with this offseason and last year. Comes back and literally immediately takes back, like, no, I'm the face of the NBA. Like, have you guys forgot? And now all of a sudden he has to deal with this. And so if I'm Ja Morant, I'm looking in my camp at my training, my coaches, and like, all right, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. That's what I'm doing, bro, because you got to think about it. You can make better gains and get stronger faster and be more efficient and a better athlete at home than you can in this cookie cutter organizational workout. So for you to have a couple of months where you're not a part of the organization, you got your own team working on you, and then you get hurt, like you said, in a training session, man, I'm firing him. You supposed to come back bulletproof.
It's a shoulder, though. Like, they can't protect your shoulder too much.
Strength, you can't put muscle around it?
I mean, basketball players, do they lift like that?
I want to know, what was he doing that got him hurt? He was sick not that long ago, so he already wasn't feeling well. Then he's coming back, hasn't been playing. But we all know how training goes. If everybody knows you're not up to par, you're not performing at that level, your training should be catered to that,
right,
to help you get stronger, not to push. But I want to know, what was he doing that caused this injury? Because is it the trainers? Was it him? Is he just not stretching, doing what he's supposed to do, and just balled a little too hard, or somebody really messed up behind the scenes?
Well, I mean, you play two-sport athlete in college. Volleyball
and softball.
And softball, two sports.
Okay. And then I played basketball and I golf right now.
As athletes, we know injuries are inevitable.
Yes.
And there's some things that you can't protect yourself from. So I do get that. But when you look at Ja Morant and how he plays, I'm surprised it took this long for him not to suffer an injury. He plays aggressive, like Derrick Rose, right? Like
aggressive.
He's flying through the air. He's really aggressive.
Yes.
He's falling hard, right? And that's why I say fire your trainers, because you know his style. And that's, yes, they don't lift like us football players, but they definitely need to make sure that they have the rotational power. They definitely need to make sure that they have the stability and the strength, where they need it, so they can play, 80-something games throughout the year.
Right. It's
10
a long
years,
season.
15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we close the show, I just hope he takes his time to heal himself mentally, too. From missing all those games and then getting injured. When you get injured mentally, that's like the number one thing you have to deal with. So hopefully he take this time off to reflect on life, himself, and how he want to be the face of basketball moving forward.
There we go. How many more minutes do we have? Is that it? That's it.
Wow.
Before we go, like, Nikki, let's end this way, because we'll have you tomorrow We'll be talking a bunch of sports.
Yeah.
Talk a little golf too.
Oh, yes. There's a lot going on in the golf world right
A
now.
lot happening there. So I want to get your perspective there. Tell us about like who you are. You already did this, but like where you're going, right? Like, you know, if people follow you on Instagram, what are they going to see? What stories are you telling?
So I was doing morning radio in the Bay Area for the last 3 years with 99.7 now. So I'm a morning radio show host. Do a podcast out in LA called No Chaser with Timothy Delaghetto and Ricky Shucks. And on my social right now, you can see me eating. I love food. I love working out and a lot of golf. My obsession right now is golf. So you will see me out there trying to get that low score. But that's pretty much what you're going to check. And,
Right.
you know, me here. So.
What's interesting is that you started playing golf a year ago, bro. And like, I don't know if you've seen her content because a lot of her content goes viral.
Yeah.
But like, she's really good at golf.
My boy keep trying to get me in the golf.
You gotta
man.
do it.
I can't really.
For every athlete out there, one of the most fulfilling feelings I have had since I stopped playing was playing golf. There's something about having that many hours of being out there and working on your game. There's always something to improve on, and you get to eat and drink during this one. So this is the only sport where you get to eat, drink, and then, you know,
I'ma
ride
get
around and
into
listen to
it.
music. It's dope. I highly recommend it, but go out there being aware that it's hard.
There you go.
I like
Well,
how you
we'll be
put
back
that.
tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hump Day, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be back with Nikki Blades. We're still fact checking to make sure that is her government name and
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
legal.
not some, because that's what people do in Hollywood and
I
on
know.
this, like as famous people, they're like, oh, here's my character, or whatever. So we got to make sure that you are who you say you are.
I just got blessed.
Nikki Blades is Nikki Blades. So we'll be back tomorrow. Myself, Brandon Flowers, Woo out west, BC in the booth, Paper Chasers, Paper Route, Sirius XM Faction Talk. See you tomorrow. Peace.